Alright. I'm gonna try to keep this video short. I'm driving right now, but I kind of cooled down a little bit, so it's not gonna be rambling, but I'm making this video for these sovereign citizens and these First Amendment auditors. I'm just a regular citizen. I love my country. I love my rights. I hold my rights dear, especially my Second Amendment right. I believe that all of the Constitution needs to be held up, regardless of what it says. My main ones is my right to religion, my right to bear arms, and free speech. But some of you people are taking this shit too literal. Okay, let me first off start off with the sovereign citizens. These guys do shit to purposely get pulled over. Now, pause for a minute. These officers, I'm going to say 8 out of 10 officers that I've met are nice guys. And I'm going to say 9 times out of 10 that I've gotten pulled over, I deserved it. So, with that being said, these officers go through a lot of shit every day. They have to see a lot of shit that regular citizens couldn't handle. And these guys had to look at it every day and move on to their job with no bias whatsoever. They take training specifically for how to handle certain scenes that would give me and you nightmares. And some of these officers get out here and they act like pricks. I understand that. I've had my encounter with a couple of them. I wished I could punch right in the fucking face just for their smart ass attitude and their overstepping their boundaries. That exists. But that also exists in regular citizens too. It's the person, not the job. Regardless, you have to treat them with some respect because they are officers of the law. If you feel like you've been done wrong, take it to court. Don't try to do it there, because all you're going to do is get more charges against you. Be smart about it. But what I'm seeing on YouTube nowadays is these sovereign citizens, they get pulled over. Most of the videos, the officers are nice. They ask for the same thing every time: your license and your registration and proof of insurance. And they crack their window about an inch or two. First off, that pisses them off right off the bat. That right there is the wrong thing to do. If you're wanting to invoke your rights, fine. You roll your window all the way down, hand out your information. Over 3/4 of the time, he's going to hand you back your information with no ticket. Being if you have a good attitude. You got a pissy attitude, he's going to give you a ticket he can, depending on his day. Now, you got to think, they have bad days too. But regardless, if you've done something wrong, don't bitch about the ticket. Take the ticket and pay the ticket. If you don't think you've done nothing wrong, take it to court. Just hand him his information, take the ticket, go on about your life. When you sit there and you roll your window down just to crack, you're already obstructing. Now, obstructing, it falls into various categories. You're obstructing that officer from doing his job. His job is to identify who's in that car. That's everybody. He needs to know who you are traveling these public roads to identify you, to make sure that you're allowed lawfully to be traveling these roads. Okay? So if you're illegal, stay off the fucking road till you get legal. But if you're legal, just hand them your shit and go on. These damn retards think they have a right to travel, that they shouldn't have to have a license. Wrong! Let me explain to you stupid ass retards what right to travel means. Right to travel means you have the right to travel anywhere in this country that you want to. But when you start using means of motor vehicle transportation, it falls into a different category. You don't have to have a license to walk, ride your horse where it's allowed in this country. That's traveling. When you get behind the motor vehicle, that's no longer traveling, that's operating a motor vehicle. Whether it be a car, motorcycle, moped, whatever, you're still operating a motor vehicle. You have to have a license in any state to drive that motor vehicle. And driving is a privilege. It is not a right. You're getting this backwards. You can travel anywhere you want to. You have the right to travel. On foot or horseback. All you want without a license. But when you drive one of these, you gotta have a license. State law. So they're reading all this bullshit up and they're pulling up bits and pieces of the Constitution to fit their needs when they're misreading the whole freaking thing. Okay, when they want to pull that shit, that's obstruction. Then the officers have to bust their window out because they refuse to give them ID. Now you're resisting. So that's 2 charges that you just got when all you had to do was get a freaking ticket. Now you're going to jail. Okay? Now you're going to jail for obstruction and resisting arrest. How stupid can you be? The right to travel does not mean the right to drive. The right to travel means walk your happy ass wherever you want to go or ride your horse wherever you want to go. You want to invoke your right to travel? Do it all you want. Nobody's going to stop you. Get in the car, you better have your license and shit, and it better be legal. Or you're not going to do it. By law. Number 2 subject of this video, these First Amendment auditors. They're getting their shit twisted. Every public place in this country is open to the public per certain rules. Like if you go into a bank, it's free, it's open to the public. If you have a business there, if you are going to do business in that establishment, it is open to the public. But if you're there for any other reason besides what that public business is for, then you are loitering. You're no longer a public servant, whatever y'all want to call yourself. You are loitering at that point in time. So now you're breaking the law. It's not okay if you just go in any public place you want to unless you got business there. You go into a grocery store, that's a public place with a video camera and a GoPro. If you're not shopping, that's loitering. They want you out. Legally, they can put you out. You go into a Social Security office. If you're not applying for some kind of Social Security, you're loitering. You're not allowed to take pictures and video cameras of the place if you don't have business there. So you are breaking the law. I'm so sick of these people that want to make their own rules and their own laws and the rest of us have to abide by them. It's just ridiculous. The mindset these people have to think that they don't have to carry insurance. They don't have to have a license. And they're all over the news, all over YouTube. When the Constitution was written, there weren't motor vehicles. Okay? Understand that. When the Constitution was written, it gave everybody the right to travel. Gave everybody the right to free press. Right to travel does not mean the right to drive. So when motor vehicles were invented, rules had to be implied and laws had to be written. It's common sense. That's why I named my channel Common Sense. But some of you people don't have that. But anyways, I hope this reaches all these sovereign citizens. I hope this reaches these First Amendment auditors because you're causing more trouble and you think you're helping people, but you're not. So stop you stupid bullshit. Put that energy towards something that means something. Like the homeless. Go try to get the homeless places to live. Do something for the veterans that come home and fight for your country. For the rights that you think you're having, that you're twisting up and fucking all up. Any other country, you'd be executed for some of the stupid shit you're doing. How about you apply that energy towards something good? That's all I gotta say.